Greater New Bedford region, Reliable Bus Lines Incorporated is a women and minority-owned company. Our staff prides itself on being diverse, professional, and helpful. Call now to book your next outing, 508-992-0342. So come and take a ride with Reliable Bus, the bus you can trust. And don't forget to tell them that WNB1 Radio sent you.
Tired of expensive phone and home internet bills with long-term contracts? Get ready for total freedom with unbeatable value. Total Wireless by Verizon is celebrating the grand opening of 2 new stores in Massachusetts. Join us on Monday, July 14th at 1843 Acushnet Avenue in New Bedford and Friday, August 1st at 5 Park Street in Attleboro. Switch to Total Wireless and get the power of Verizon's 5G network with no contracts and plans starting as low as $23 a month per line for 5 lines. It's time to make the switch and get a great deal on home internet, new phones, and tablets for the whole family. Don't miss the grand openings of Total Wireless by Verizon in New Bedford on July 14th and in Attleboro on August 1st. And be sure to tell them that WNB1 Radio sent you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Old school R&B, hip hop, reggae, sports, talk shows, and a whole lot more. You're listening to the internet's hottest new radio station, WNB1 Radio, New Bedford, Massachusetts, home of the legendary Tavares and just a collection of some cool-ass, wonderful people.
Welcome to WNB1 Radio. It's Straight to the Point Sports, where we're here today with kind of the regulars, Steve Lopes and Derek and Say Show.
What up? What up?
What up? We're just missing one. We're missing Kev.
Big Slim couldn't make it.
Yeah. So fellas, basically we got we're gonna be covering today. We're gonna be covering some football. Obviously going over the most important games of last week, and also we'll be touching on some I guess we'll be touching on some UFC, and also what else do we have?
It's an exciting boxing card coming up this week.
All right,
who fights on that card? Devin Haney.
The main event is the monster, right?
Yeah, Benavidez and Yachty. But there's 3 fights you're going to want to see this week. I think it's on DAZN, matter of fact.
Yeah, I believe it. Mexican Monster fights. He got a contract with DAZN right now. So
yeah,
I believe
but there's 3 fights you definitely want to see, and then I think there's another. They're all eliminator fights. And then also I just saw announced Garcia's finally coming back. And he's fighting Barrios, but that's in January, I think.
Yeah, there's another one coming up.
Shakur
is coming up in
February or January.
No, I want to say it's
December 12th.
December.
I think. Yeah, Shakur got a good fight coming up. Him and Tio, right?
Yep.
Tiafimo.
All right. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to the NFL prime games. I don't get to say it often, but I was the only winner in this room. I don't get to say it often, so I'm going to gloat a little bit.
Wow. Take advantage.
That's
wow.
right. I don't. Listen,
might be another season by the time you do it again.
Listen, it doesn't. Listen, wait a second. We got almost the same record, and you're only a game and a half better than us.
Almost the same record.
Yeah. How many wins you have?
4.
Yeah, okay.
What do you got?
4.
We have 6.
We are playing everybody in
you
your
have a
division.
game. You got a game and a half on me. So
you're playing
it's not like
everybody
you guys.
in that division.
Why, you haven't had your bye yet?
Yeah, we had a bye last
All
week.
right, so we had a bye too. So we're 2 games ahead of you.
So what? Who cares?
Yeah, that's more than a game and a half.
No, it can't be. It has to be a half game.
Why?
It has to be a half game.
Why is it half game?
Because we've got a tie. So it has to be either 2.5 or 1.5. You got 6 wins, right?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. So it's
Yeah,
1.5.
Your tie was your first game?
No,
That game against Green Bay?
Second game,
Oh.
week 2, Green Bay. So it's 1.5 game. The tie counts for half a win, half a loss. But yeah, I figured I'd gloat because hey, listen, man, you're right. It might not happen again. So who knows? Games in which that caught our eye this week.
Played the Raiders at that too.
I got one that I know I definitely liked, and that was the battle for the NFC West with the Rams and the Seahawks.
That was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
The Rams look really, really good right now on both sides of the ball.
Well, you know what's crazy about that game? They jumped out the box and then they kind of
fizzled.
Yeah, they fizzled towards the end.
Seahawks.
They actually held on.
I thought the Seahawks were going to pull that off.
Yeah. Now they got to Donald and gave him some ghosts and nightmares at the beginning, but
Yeah,
then he played all right.
He had
in the fourth quarter.
He threw 4 picks.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were still in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Seattle's gonna be tough, man.
What do you got, Derek?
Chiefs and Broncos.
Chiefs and Broncos, close game. Yes,
That was
back and forth.
Defense won that one.
Defense.
That defense is special, and they didn't even have Sertain and somebody else, right?
Yeah.
But they did have Nick Bonito.
Bonito.
And,
Yeah.
That dude's grossly underrated.
Yeah. Who knew who he was before this year?
I don't even know where he played college.
Me neither.
Well, no, last year he was good because he made All Pro. That was the first year I heard of him.
But I'm saying, now it's not.
Now he's
fluke.
a household
It's
name.
not a fluke.
Yeah.
So mine is it's a duel because it involves both of your teams. But I was kind of torn on. I'll lean more towards the Bears Vikings because the Bears are in first place now.
That's shocking because they were picked to be a last place team.
Yeah,
it was gonna be a tough division.
Yeah, your team messed up.
Yeah, they messed up when we beat them the first time too. But we got lucky.
And where you guys messed up at is under a minute. You kick that ball out of the end zone. Give him the ball at 35. You don't give him a chance to return that,
especially with a strong leg kicker.
I didn't understand that, man. I just didn't understand that.
So, obviously it was tough for me to watch games this week. So I didn't get to do my whole, flipping back and forth, but I did get a chance to see the Seahawks and the Rams pretty much in its entirety because when that game was going on, we were seated eating, and we were in front of like two huge screens that were probably like if I had to guess, I'd probably say like 200 big screens right in front of both of us, in front of all of us, the 2 screens. But I did, like I said, I did get to see that one pretty much in its entirety. But like I said, I was looking at the standings and kind of took me by surprise to see that the Bears were in first place. The big guy, Buddy, is smiling down, and
sure is.
He is like, man,
that Nate Victor kid.
If I can only be here, but to give it to Decon.
They might not think that for the rest of the schedule because they got this right now. The meat and potatoes schedule is coming up right now.
Well, hey, listen.
They haven't played their non-conference tough games yet. They played everybody in the division, us twice, everybody else at least once. And
they got you. So they got you one more time.
Yeah, that's last game
because we played them first game of the year. So that was
we played them last game of the season.
It's just shocking. I mean, I know, like I said, we all picked them to finish last.
Yeah.
So to see where they are now, 10 games into the season, you're like, whoa. Now, you know what? I don't feel so bad losing to them. I don't feel so bad losing to them now.
Give them credit because we had discussions on the Bears prospects early in the year with their predictions. What do you think is the main thing? We know they got a new coach, but can you put your finger on one thing that's turning them around?
Well, the quarterback has been eliminated as turnovers.
But what helps that out is the running game.
Yeah.
I was going to say the diversity of the offense.
Yeah.
It's not just passing. It's not just running. So now you can't predict one or the other.
So
he isn't turning the ball.
So what I'll tell you is, in the last couple of games, what's been helping him is his feet.
Yeah.
Is his feet. So you see the 2 touchdowns that they scored. One was like a 20-yarder or something like that. And just his ability to make plays with his feet is and not make the wrong decision.
Not holding on to the ball.
Yes.
And one of the commentators said something that caught me off guard because I would have never thought about it. Caleb Williams has the second highest escapability rate when being pressured this year.
Yeah.
Only Lamar Jackson's is higher.
Yeah, no, I
Scrambling,
when
not taking losses, not turning it over.
When we played them, I was waiting for him to turn the ball over.
Self-implode.
Yeah, I was waiting for it, and he made all the right plays. He spun out of trouble, was able to find men downfield, no problem. And then when he needed to, once again, being able to use his legs, and not make that, try to force the ball in there.
And all his skill players have stayed healthy. I don't know about the line, but I haven't heard of no major injuries, but I'm not familiar with their line. You haven't heard nothing?
Nah.
Well,
having your skill players and getting that rhythm going because you're playing with the same guys, what people's tendencies are and where they like the ball. That's huge. People underestimate that part of the game.
Yeah. This being his second year, he's defying the odds. Last year wasn't pretty, but it seems as if, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves because you still got 7 more games to go, but at this time last year it was totally different. I know he was devoid of a lot more weapons, and it being his first year, but the one good thing you could say is they're going in the right direction.
This guy opened up their offense.
Yeah. And where did he come from?
I forget where he's from.
But that's one of the reasons I said
I'm not sure where he lives.
I thought that the Bears would benefit a lot more because I think he's an offensive genius. And that's why I thought your team would lose a little in their creativity, just because I think Ben Johnson was that special. So everything that Chicago gained is equivalent to what Detroit lost. And it's just because of the genius of Ben Johnson. Now, your defensive coordinator has shown me that there's not much of a fall off, if at all.
I think our defense got better.
I think he's stepped in and, he knows what he's doing. So that part, it was hard to lose both coordinators, but I think you definitely feel Ben Johnson more.
And it's his first year. Being ahead.
I don't think he tried to change much. I think he tried to keep everything in place and just make a few.
You guys actually got better on defense.
Yeah.
Well,
they were healthy.
We got
healthier and better, but you added pieces, right?
Would have had all that help.
You added pieces in the secondary. So definitely because your secondary, I thought was the weakest part of your team. You definitely improved in the secondary, and then you got your main pass rusher back. So that obviously is huge.
But in the big game, my secondary been decimated. I'm working with backup still again.
Yeah, you got to fight through it.
Oh no, definitely.
You got to fight through it. At this time of year, everybody's banged up. I could sit here and say the same thing. We had counting our new acquisitions, we had 8 new guys on defense. 8 new guys.
Yeah, but it's fascinating about your situation right now. Some guys you've been waiting on that all came back.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
Yeah, but so we had guys. But now that you've got them all back, your defense looked much improved. Even though it was
we don't want to say like the Commanders.
He was ready to put them back.
I'll render judgment next week when they play against the Eagles. I'll save that for later. But
who do you guys have this week?
Eagles.
Oh, Eagles.
No,
Eagles.
But he said next week. I was like,
they played them this week. I'm saying this. Right. I'm saying for the next.
I was thinking when you said next year.
I actually for this week coming up and for the games that we're going to be previewing, any other games in which caught your eye. I'm going to say obviously I'm going to say the where is it?
How good the 49ers looked on Brock Purdy's return.
Yeah.
Because I thought Mac Jones held it down, but Purdy, 41 points.
Yeah. He has a better understanding of the offense. So that doesn't hurt.
That Buffalo game too with Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was they were going
You can't tell by the score, but that was going back and
yeah,
forth.
back and forth.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's why you still can't sleep on Tampa Bay. They're
No.
holding their own with all those injuries.
Yes.
They're still in every game. It's not like they're getting beat bad or they still have a chance.
what's the update with their wide receivers?
Well, Evans is out.
The other one might come
Yeah,
back.
Evans is out for the year.
He's been practicing.
He's been practicing, but
Godwin and Bucky Irvin has
The running back.
70% chance to play this week.
honestly, they're not missing a beat without Bucky Irvin.
No, but they could bring him back slowly at this point. Like I would give him 8 to 10 carries just to let him get the feel of getting hit again. And it's been out since like week 3 or 4.
That Tucker kid.
Yeah. But then they also got Rashad White.
Yeah, I know.
So they got a 3-headed monster. They could split the carries, 8 carries each, and not really. And then whoever's hot, ride them in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But I would say just acclimate him back to game action.
Yeah.
But if he feels any type of tendon, because what was his injury? Irving, was it a soft tissue or was it an ankle or knee or
I
something?
think it was a knee.
Oh, yeah. If he feels any type of discomfort, I would let him test it out. Tomorrow will be the day they tell, because I think he was doing a lot of individual drills, and tomorrow he's supposed to do contact drills, which there isn't a lot of contact on a Friday.
Contact is usually today. Oh, yesterday.
Well, I thought they said he was working out individually, but he was going to do more
Oh.
team stuff. Well, they said him and Godwin had chances to play, but Irving was closer to play than Godwin. Evans, I haven't heard nothing about.
No, he's out for the season. He broke
He broke his.
Oh, but I thought that he had a chance to come back.
he broke his.
no.
He broke his.
No,
So
it's called
what a way to break his streak, you know? Like that's crazy that
Yeah.
he had that 11-year or 10-year streak.
11.
Yeah.
And if he stayed healthy, it would have been 12.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I think, for the most part, we named all the games. Right. So why don't we look deeper into, basically look deeper into, your games. I thought those were obviously
Our teams.
We'll start with Dirk first, because that was the game of the week.
You know what was real surprising about that game? The low scoring.
Low scoring.
Was it
both?
credit to the defense or
I
the
think-
offense is just out of sync?
I don't know. I think both defenses played really well. Our offense didn't do nothing.
See, I wasn't impressed with Philly's offensive output, but their defense,
But-
their D-backs in that line were both.
They played. I don't know. Their defense is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to shit on
They
their
haven't
defense.
always played like they did that day.
Our offense is out of sync the last few weeks.
I can't speak on it because I didn't see it. I was following it as I
watched that game.
was walking on the strip. We were on the
As you were
strip.
stumbling. Oh,
No. We were walking on the strip.
daylight?
It's a little weird when it's still daylight out and the late games happening. I'm saying to myself, this is weird, and I just kept looking down at my phone, and I kept seeing the low scoring, and every time I saw a score, I'm like, if it stays this way, I'm gonna have to say that it was gonna go to the Eagles, because they've been finding ways to win those close games, barely scoring.
Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, I think we kind of handed it to them, especially when you go for it on fourth down 5 times and don't
That's
get.
the Riverboat
No.
gambler thing.
I know,
man.
but that's
There's times to do it, and then
Yeah.
just trying to show like we'll do it all the time.
yeah. Where there's times where we could have kicked field goals.
Yeah,
If you would have kicked the 2 field goals, you would have won that game. 2 out of 5 times you could have kicked field goals.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But that's his
MO.
that's his MO. And let's just hope that he gets that out of his system now, and it doesn't come back to bite him in the butt during the playoffs.
They also had no running game. Gibbs had a good receiving game, but if you look at Gibbs, 12 rushes, 39 yards,
yards.
Montgomery 6 for 27, but Gibbs had 5 receptions for 107 yards.
Yeah.
So their passing game wasn't bad, but they couldn't run. They became one-dimensional.
My thing is, you get Gibbs on the outside. He was doing damage, but then you want to keep giving him the ball in the up the middle. Like
That's their
why?
strength.
Yeah, line.
For the defense,
That's their strength.
Yeah.
Their strength is their
Yeah, Jalen
DTs.
Carter and the other dude.
Their
have been-
DTs.
Yo,
Yeah.
they're getting pressure up the middle. They're stopping the run.
He had not
blocking.
Carter, Knight. I think his name's Knight. He had like 3 or 4 pass breakups.
Mhm.
You got to attack them. You're not going to run up the middle. You got to run off the ends, misdirections, because those two in the middle are beasts.
Yeah, they're too big.
They're beasts. So if you watch the game this week, you'll see how we're going to attack them. And as we did in game 1, even though Carter wasn't there, we didn't really run up the middle.
Carter and
We ran pretty much off the ends.
Davis.
Jordan Davis.
Off the ends, and a lot of pulling, and then run misdirections on them, because being that big, it's a little tough. Once you're going one way to stop and go the other way.
But it was definitely a team effort on defense, because what did you think about the way their 2 young rookie cornerbacks played? Cooper DeJean and
they're not
Quentin.
rookies
I did
no
not
more.
see it.
Huh?
They're not rookies.
I mean,
no
well,
more.
they're young.
I did not see it.
2-year, second-year guy. You think that makes a difference?
I did not
They
see
played
it.
great last year. They're playing great this year.
So I know
They kind of got torched.
yeah. So whoever the guy is, there's one guy that's I don't know if he plays on the right or the left side. He's their best cornerback. Whoever plays on the other side.
Mitchell.
And then the white dude is Cooper DeJean.
All right. So I could tell you what Dallas is going to do already. They're going after the white dude all day.
Oh, he's a good athlete.
All
so
day.
They
He got.
better not make a mistake.
He got torched the first game. He got torched the first game.
They got 2 stallions at that wide out. So
He got
especially
torched.
young dude.
He got torched the first
It's
game.
easier to be
So-
a good cornerback.
So
when you get those line.
we had 2 different on 2 different occasions. We had the ball inside the red zone, and then imploded with penalties, which caused us to move back, and we had to kick long field goals. If we just converted one of those, we would have won the game. But I've been, like I said, I've been watching it.
where's the game at?
It's in Dallas. They're going to go opposite of him, and you're going to see and even the guys on ESPN commented. They said whoever's working on the opposite side of him, hydrate. That's what they said. They said hydrate, and they said the way it's going right now, it'll probably be Pickens. They're probably going to.
Well, Pickens is bigger than Lamb, right?
Oh yeah.
So I think Mitchell would play him because of the size, and DeJean would try to stay.
Well, DeJean's not a small guy.
I thought height-wise, he's not that.
But they don't
He's a
move.
great athlete.
The thing with them is
basketball
they
eyes.
don't move.
Mm.
They're on one place, one side.
Oh,
the other.
they don't
follow.
right.
They don't follow. One's left, one's right. So now it's who you put on that side. And they're saying that
Pickens
they're
has been
probably
playing nice for the Cowboys, but
He's 6 feet. That's a big DB.
I guess. But I was thinking
But
Pickens
Pickens
was
is
6'3" or something.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
why I was like,
he is.
I think Mitchell's
6'3".
6'1", 6'2". So I was like,
So if you recall that when they played in the first game, Pickens had 2 great catches
They're
near the
both
goal
6.
line. He
They're
had
both
2
6 feet.
He had 2 great catches near the goal line, and they were 50-50 balls. One of them he had in double coverage, so we'll see.
The CD played that game, the first one?
Wait, did he play the first game? Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. He got hurt in week 3.
but there's one more guy in that defense that's starting to blossom. He was hurt a lot last year, and that's that linebacker, Kobe Dean, one of their 12 Clemson Georgia dudes.
He kind of got hurt last week too.
Did he?
I
I know. I've been watching.
I don't know if
this
he
year,
came
and
back. I don't remember if
he's
he came
been
back.
like a missile all over the place, and I'm like, damn, you got the 2 big. Oh, and then the acquisition of Jalen Phillips, his first game with Philly, and he had a sack and a half, a whole bunch of pressures.
Yeah,
He played like he's been there forever.
Well,
Dallas,
Motivated.
if you're good, you're good.
Dallas,
Yeah, but to learn a new system and to be that effective on day one, but
Yeah,
they can't double team you when they got
you're-
those.
But you're an edge. You don't really need to learn a new system on that, especially on a passing down. But Dallas receivers are 6'3" and 6'2".
I knew they were tall. That's why I was.
Yeah,
I thought. Mitchell
Like I
was
said,
taller.
the first game, Pickens had over 100 yards. He had 2 50-50 balls right at the goal line. So it's like, listen, go out and make a play. That you're going to see a lot of that. So the dude the dude for the Eagles, I believe, he leads the league in PIs. He had another. He had when I was watching him the week before, I think he had 6 or 7, and he led the league in PIs. So we shall see.
Pickens only had three catches for 30 yards.
What, in the first game?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about last week. I was saying, no, he had one catch.
CD had 7 for 110.
Yes. So he had the drops. That's what it was. He had 3 drops that game. But Pickens had I know he had one good catch down at the goal line to set him up for, I think it was either the first or second touchdown. CD had the 3 drops. He could have had close to 200 yards. Like I said, they imploded when they got down in the red zone.
What hurt you guys too was that Miles Sanders fumble.
Yeah,
and he was having a good game.
He fumbled at the goal line. He fumbled at the goal line. But the thing was, we were inside the red zone. I want to say 4 or 5 times, and we only converted 2 touchdowns. There's no way you can do that.
No.
There's no way you can do that. You got to turn those 3s into 7s. But yeah, I mean, the one that's hot right now, and so I don't know if you guys seen or heard, but the reason why they didn't start the first.
Oh, they got sick.
No, they weren't sick.
They went gambling and
no. So CD was allegedly drunk, but they busted whatchamacallit, the curfew. They broke curfew. And they were out gambling late. They said that they seen him at the crab stable, and allegedly CD was sick.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
The pros and cons of playing in Vegas.
Yeah,
he was sick during gambling.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean,
Well, they didn't stay out too long.
No. They came in late. Both of them. They broke the they just one series. And that one series was disastrous. It didn't look good at all. I didn't even, to tell you the truth, I didn't even notice until I got it on the group text. Someone in our Cowboys group text said it. Said that they were being disciplined. But Pickens, you couldn't tell because he had a great game. CD had an okay game, but Pickens he was the big guy. All right, so in moving forward the next week. Obviously, the Cowboys and the Eagles, that'll be a good game. Also, what do we have?
I gotta say, I hate to say it, but you have to go with it because it's 2 division leaders, Steelers and Bears.
Yeah.
And don't sleep on the Patriots Bengals because
Joe Burrow
might play.
He might play. Yeah.
But no Chase.
But with Joe Burrow back, that'll leave you. Even though the backup was playing good.
You know what? So you know what's going to happen? They're going to double team.
Chase Brown's been playing better too in the running game.
They're going to double team
Higgins.
But
they've been using their tight end a lot. Chase Brown Chase Brown's been catching the ball out of the backfield a lot, and he's had a couple of big games in a row. Last year, he was one of the hardest running backs the second half of the season. It's starting to build momentum like that. His last 2 games, I think, were really, really good performances. He started off slow.
So
coaching the Chiefs.
That's
a 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Bucks and the Rams. That's going to be a good game. As quiet as kept, Panthers and 49ers. That's the winner of that.
6-5 Panthers.
The winner of that is going to hold the spot right there.
Yeah, because if Panthers win, they're 7-5.
Yeah,
and that would drop the 49ers down to 7-5.
So that game right there,
and head to head,
it has big implications.
It's that big acquisition Carolina made at running back.
Yeah,
come from?
Yeah,
Rico guy.
Yeah. Well, the guy that we have is not.
And their rookie is really good too.
The guy that we have right now. He's number 4 in the league.
He's pretty good.
He's not scoring a lot of touchdowns, but he's chunking up the yardage.
Speaking of which, number 1, because I screenshotted this. Jonathan Taylor, who was off last week, 1,139. Second, James Cook, almost 200 yards behind, 968. The one that surprised me, I didn't know Devon
Yeah.
900 yards, and then Dowdell 833 and Javonte Williams 809. Funny how them guys are right around the same production. So what you lost, you gained, but
he wasn't. Dowdell wasn't putting up those numbers in Dallas.
No,
he had a scheme to.
He had 1,000 yards though.
Did he have 1,000?
Yes, he had like 1,000. I want to say 1,017. He was barely over 1,000.
I wonder if
but it was totally different last year though. I mean, you know, obviously Dak wasn't there, so you know, it wasn't like you could push the ball downfield, or you could you know say, okay, we have to worry about the wideouts because you really didn't have confidence in the quarterback. You know, they pretty much became one-dimensional when they couldn't get the ball down the field. It's like, you know, that they're not going to kill you with the running game. So I mean, it was totally different, a totally different offense. Now you have two guys, and even last year, our tight end was hurt last year. So this year he's killing them with touchdowns. I know he's got to be amongst the leaders.
Ferguson.
Yeah, he had another one.
He's a red zone beast this year.
He had another one. He had another one.
I think the only guy that was out playing him is Kraft, who's now hurt for the year.
No, McBride.
Oh no, McBride too.
Yeah, I got him on
McBride. I got him in.
I got him. I've got him on my
fantasy. In front of me.
I got him on my fantasy.
In our league, I was like, I like that dude McBride, and Brian was like, dude, McBride.
So yeah, I'm looking at but that, like I said, that game is quiet as kept with the 49ers and the Panthers. The winner of that, like I said, is gonna be either one up or you know, basically still one up, because you half you know, head to head, you own the tiebreaker. So that's one game. Now let's see, the early game.
That Colts Chiefs, man.
I like that game.
It's
in Kansas City though, I don't know how.
It's a must win for.
If the Colts win, the Chiefs are done.
It's a must win for them,
especially if the Chargers and Broncos win.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Chargers.
They're 5-5.
They're both off.
Yeah, but I don't think they're close to done. But that would only give them 6 losses, and you can get in at 9-7, 8-6.
But the way that all these teams are winning,
10-7.
Yeah, the way that all these teams are winning, like that. That's
but they still play all those teams, so they'd have to beat all the teams in their division, which they already lost to Denver.
But I'm not talking about that.
Already lost.
I'm talking about they're not going to win a division. I don't think they're going to win a division.
I don't know who those other
lose,
teams have to play. I know the Chargers still have to play the Cowboys.
Denver's not unbeatable. The Chargers aren't unbeatable.
So listen, so their best bet is to win the wild card, be the wild card out of that, because right now they're 4 games behind Denver, and they're 2 games behind.
All right, the Chiefs
Chargers.
remain in schedule. They have the Colts, Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, Titans, Broncos, Raiders.
They got 2 gimme games, and then the rest
of
the
Raiders and who?
The Raiders and the Titans. Yeah, those are no question they're going to win.
And
even though the Raiders played them pretty good.
They're on the road.
They're on the road.
The Cowboys.
Yeah. So the Dallas isn't a gimme game, but they should win it.
That's Thanksgiving.
Is it?
Yes.
Why did I think they played you guys Thanksgiving?
No, the
Cowboys.
No, we always play separate.
Yeah, we both play Thanksgiving every year.
So every year
we play on Thanksgiving.
Green Bay.
So every year,
Chicago all the time.
Every year we play opposite each other. Then they got a gimme game at night, since they made the 3rd games.
Yeah.
So
we're the only 2 teams that have been playing.
Yeah. So I look at it this way. I you know, unless Denver has a complete meltdown because they're 9-2.
All right, let's go there.
The Chargers is the one that they need to catch. 7-4. You're 2 games. You're 2 games behind them, but 4 games behind Denver. And you might as well say 4.5 because they lost. Well, actually 2.5 to both of those teams. A half game because they lost head to head to both of them. So yeah, I mean they'd have to catch the Chargers first.
The Chargers losing to Jacksonville like that.
Yeah, Chargers started off good. They're on a decline to me.
Well, this is
the injuries.
This is what I say all the time. You can't
defense
trust them.
and offense is sliding.
They obviously this is their bye week. Then they come back to the Raiders. Then they got a Monday night against the Eagles.
Tough.
Then they got the Chiefs.
Tough.
Then they got the Cowboys,
No gimme.
Texans, and Broncos. They got a tough road.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a tough schedule.
And they have to get healthy. Even if they were healthy, that would be tough. But I don't think their running back's coming back anytime soon.
No.
A rookie.
Marianne,
And Dobbins is out for the year.
Yep. They got
Every year that dude has a great year, and then he gets hurt and out for the year, like halfway to three-quarter.
They definitely got a tough road.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If the Chiefs win this week, they're fine. If they lose, it's going to be harder. But I don't think there's anybody in that division that they can't beat. They lost last week to Denver, but wasn't that in Denver?
Yeah.
So
now this is Denver's remaining schedule. They come back to the Raiders, Packers,
tough.
Jaguars.
Jaguars are leading their division.
Chiefs,
Tough.
Chargers.
That doesn't sound like no easy games.
It's easier than what
the thing that's hard is when you play the Texans, because CJ Stroud is going to miss his third game in a row because of concussion protocol this week. But Davis Mills has played all right the last two games. Because I'm sitting there with Nico Collins like, this is going to suck. Should I bet you? And he's had two good games in a row.
All right, now the Chiefs. I don't think we went over this.
I thought you did.
Cowboys, Texans, Chargers. Oh yeah, we did. Yep.
Yeah, there's two. He said two gimme games.
Yeah, I went over that.
So their route has to be the wild card out of that division.
But I'll bet on them over Denver or the Chargers. Any of those teams that haven't done it yet. They're perennial Super Bowls.
Like I said from the get, I said Denver was going to win the division. I still think.
Well, I think Denver's one.
I'm still sticking.
I'm not betting on Denver's offense to be good enough to win playoff games.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the division.
Division. Yeah. No, I like
game.
I like Denver to probably. I didn't call them obviously to win the division, but I'm kind of skeptical with them moving on because you never know what Bo Nix you're gonna get.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Bo Nix.
You never know.
Sold on their running game.
You never know which one you're gonna get. You might get a good one, or you might.
What's helping them out is that defense is helping them out.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
but that's why I'm saying it's not a slam dunk. It's not like you got to worry about them on both offense and defense. You really got to worry about them on defense. On offense, the defense could shut you out. The offense could turn the ball over twice on their end of the field, give a field goal to thing, and you lose 10-7 or something.
But my thing, the Chiefs doesn't look like Von Burners either.
But they're more capable.
That's the past. They haven't proven it this year.
Well, they didn't have Rice for half the season.
What was surprising was to see Mahomes turning the ball over.
Yeah, Mahomes hasn't been typical Patrick.
He's turned the ball over. I mean, he should have had 3 interceptions. Yeah. One was called back. But to see him turning it over at that higher rate, you don't see that. And I mean that's a line. I don't know if he's trying to press, to make things happen. But it's kind of alarming to see, the turnovers.
His safety net is not his safety net anymore.
He had a pretty good game.
A pretty good game. He's not having a pretty good season.
Yeah. Just the last whatchamacallit, he had a pretty good game. He had I know he had a touchdown. I want to say he had a decent game. Because like I said, I was watching that game too as well. But it's just I don't know. They seem out of sync. We said in the beginning of the year that this was the year that if any of the years, this was the year that they were going to be overtaken. And let's see if Denver can hold on. I mean, realistically, all you got to do is win 3 more games, and you should have the division.
Yeah, 9 for 91.
Yeah. No, he had. I remember he had a good because I remember. I know I seen him score a touchdown, and then he had a couple of good catches over the middle. So yeah, but like I said, it's more along the lines of Mahomes. He's in the past he's been able to scramble, get out, and make plays. Without having to turn the ball over. I know this game was just the opposite.
He only ran the ball once for 3 yards.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I attribute a lot of that to the offensive line not doing what it's supposed to do. The rookie's one of their best, and he's been hurt in and out of the lineup. And then the one veteran they got, they don't still got Thuney, do they? No,
Thuney's gone.
They got a veteran though. That's pretty good. But the rookie from Ohio State that was hurt all last year, he's missed like 2 out of the last 4 games or 3 out of the last 4 games.
All right, so let's move on because it's a quarter of already.
Right.
Let's move on to UFC.
Wow.
You want to once again? I was.
Well, you saw the whole card, right?
I didn't see the whole card.
The main event.
Yeah.
All 4 fights
Well,
on the main card were
actually,
unbelievable.
Actually, I did.
All knockouts.
Knockouts. I did.
It's wild too because on Saturday night, we were doing the whole strip thing. Every casino, the strip. Every casino that we went in was basically previewing it or had it on. So especially once we went into Caesar's Palace. They had their lounge was incredible, stadium style. So just picture, seats going all the way up, and they had same thing like 200 screens, and all little games around it, and it just was wild. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to see the UFC fight. Who was the main card?
Madalena
versus Makachev.
Yeah, there you go.
But
the girls' fight was good.
But the 2 main fights, the favorites dominated.
Yeah.
We knew that Makachev, his game was on the ground.
Yeah.
And the other dude's a striker, and he got good ground. He can handle him, but no match for that ground that Kakistan fighters or the people out of the Khabib Nurmagomedov camp, their ground game is superior. Once they get you on the ground, the fight's over, and everybody says, "Oh, it's boring." No, I'm imposing my will on you, and I'm taking away. He kept getting him down on the ground, and then he was beating him.
Every round, he had him on the ground for at least 3 minutes.
You see when they kept putting up the shots? Time of control. That's what they called it. 3 minutes and 11 seconds, because for the first 40 seconds, they were on their feet.
Yep.
Then he took them down. And then it was the same thing in the girls' fight. What a technician. I keep thinking that Valentina is getting old. She's 37. The only person that really, really handled her was Amanda Nunes. And she fought her twice. Yeah. Then she had the trilogy with the other girl. She won 2-1. She had to get her title back, but just her placement. And the commentary was on point, because when I heard them guys talking about look at the placement of her foot so that the girl couldn't get no leverage to get back up. That's
DC, bro.
But when he mentioned it, I wasn't even looking at that. And then I go look, and they're like, see the way she's laying across her hip? She can't hip thrust her up, or she's sitting high on her chest. And I was like, yeah, once she got her on, and that girl can bang. Zhang Weili?
Yeah.
She can. I've seen her destroy people.
I've never seen her get manhandled like that.
And she can wrestle off her back. She got thrown around like a rag doll.
It was like she was in a kind of looked like she was in a class underneath.
And that's a good point, because they had to move up in weight to fight each other. She vacated her belts to move up because she wanted to challenge herself. But Valentina looked so much bigger and stronger. Her back, her upper body.
She definitely did.
And I think that contributed to being able to control her on the ground, because Zhang Weili just didn't have the strength to wrestle with that girl. It was like night and day, like wrestling your little brother or something. But those 2 fights went the way they should. The rest of the undercard, all the people that were favorites got knocked out. Including who was the former champion that was in the same division?
Leon
Edwards, who, remember, he manhandled Kamaru Usman, who was there in attendance. Yeah. He's supposed to be back in contention. Leon Edwards got manhandled.
Yeah, he didn't even
manhandled quickly.
Yeah, that fight, round 2, minute 28. But the Benoit St. Denis, that was a quick fight.
Yeah, but who would have thought that dude was that good?
Carlos Prates.
Now, he looked good, but in that division, the competition is so strong right now because one of the other guys from Kakistan is ranked number 2, Bilal Muhammad. His only loss was to one of the other Kakistan guys, but he beat Carlos Pritz already. So the other guy, who was the Brazilian guy? Was it Morales? The guy with the blonde hair?
Yeah, Michael Morales.
Michael Morales, he looked impressive to me.
Yeah, he's young. He was number 8.
Oh,
He was
I
number
think
8.
he has an advantage over Prates because of he hasn't lost yet, and he's knocked out everybody. He's
Yeah,
fought.
he looked so fluid.
But they're saying them two are going to have to fight an eliminator because Bilal Muhammad's in line for a title shot.
This guy's Michael Morales, 19-0.
But look for those two to fight each other, and then one will fight two. There'll be some type, but they said neither one of them is going to get the shot, but they were both like, so we fight. But
Michael Morales
Prates has already lost to the number 2 guy.
Michael Morales
has. I'll bet on Morales out of the guys I've seen in that.
He won in the first round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All that was action. We didn't have to wait long, and there was no doubts about it. Knockouts. I was like, damn. Like every single fight, I was like, this one, and then there was one that was like third before the main event. It ended up being a good fight, but it wasn't like the Morales.
The third before the main event was
His process was earlier.
Was Benoit St. Denis and Darush.
Well, yeah, that one I didn't see.
That one went 16 seconds.
Yeah, that one I didn't see.
Not too many people did.
But the other ones,
16 seconds.
16 seconds. They just went out there banging, and he just caught him.
Jesus.
But it was top to bottom.
But
I give Dana White credit. He put together some hell of a matchmaking. They were all people who can bang, but somebody's going to get knocked out.
But the dude that got knocked out in 16 seconds, right? We're watching it. He had more gray hair than a little bit. I'm like, yo, this dude's too old. He should be like a manager or something. He's too old to be fighting. Next thing you know, he's on his back. But they were saying that the dude's nice.
Wait a minute, who did he fight?
Benoit St. Denis.
He fought
Benil Dariush.
He used to be good too. He's part of that. He's part of that Kakistan connection, but he's a little longer in the tooth.
He wasn't trying to take nobody down. Oh, he didn't have no chin.
He was trying to be super aggressive, but he was too slow. He didn't have the reaction time, and he got caught.
It looked like he was gonna whack dude, and then dude took his punch and whacked him, and then boom, out.
Unbelievable.
All right, we'll touch on the NBA real quick before we wrap up. NBA, LeBron's back.
12 points, 11 assists. 11 points, 12 assists.
But he looked comfortable in being the Robin role because Luka had 37 that game.
Well, I mean,
and then the other dude, the young dude that was been playing good for them, that Austin Reeves.
Yeah. Well, listen, if he doesn't, or he
Don't rock the
can't,
boat.
if he can't see that
They were winning without him.
he should be the number one, then there's a problem.
They only have 4 losses right now.
Yeah.
They were rocking without him. So
Yeah. Well, you know, I looked at the schedule. It wasn't really impressive. The teams that they were beating.
That's hard to imagine. Because the West is played good teams.
No, they played. No, because they were playing against teams in the East too. They only beat, I think, 3 teams with winning records, and then they got skunked by 30. They were losing by almost 50 to OKC.
Well, OKC's doing it to everybody right now.
Well, I mean, but this is what you got to face. I mean, you know, it is what it is. OKC is you know, they are who they are. They're good. But can we talk about the Detroit Pistons?
Just 11 in a row.
Yeah.
And we're dealing with 2 injuries.
Yeah.
Because one of the Thompson twins, because I got him in fantasy, he missed like 4 games in a row. They didn't. Next guy up produced. When they put other dudes in the lineup, I didn't know who they were, but they're regulars. Cunningham missed a couple of games during that stretch. He missed like 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
You don't lose a Cade Cunningham, who's almost a walking triple-double. He's getting to the status of being like SGA right now, as far as what you can depend on every night.
I said he was going to be the first American to break the if it doesn't happen this year, it'll happen next year, I believe.
What?
To break the mold of the NBA MVPs.
Who, Cunningham?
Yep. I said it at the beginning of the year. I said he's going to have a breakout season, and he will probably be the first American to win the
I was trying to
MVP.
figure out like
Who said that Detroit was going to finish first? Do you remember?
Pete Victor
He's a Knicks fan. He would never say that.
in that division.
So we all when we
That was me.
previewed, we
I had
said
Cleveland, then
we
Detroit.
said yeah,
I had Detroit.
we all said that the two teams that were going to make the leap was going to be Detroit and Orlando.
One of them hasn't lived up.
Orlando hasn't lived up to their part of the billing. They you know what it is with Orlando? They play good some games and then they play bad some games. So you know they need to show for a young team they need to show more consistency, and they're not doing that. Whereas Detroit is just coming out and they're dog they got dog in them. They're tough. They're tough.
They're young, and
They're underrated.
Oh.
That Duran kid
Yeah.
is a problem down low because he can run the court. He can
Yep.
shoot the mid range and long range. He can go to the basket. He can post you up, and he plays defense.
Yep.
Now he's a little over aggressive on defense, so that could hurt him because he puts himself
but
in
he's
foul
young.
trouble.
He's young. Once he gets over,
But as long as he stays on the court,
Yeah.
and they don't have Tobias Harris right now, and he might be on the wrong end of his career, but that's another vital person that's still part of the rotation. Whether he's a veteran, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. Jaden Ivey's been up and down because of his injury. Cade Cunningham's missed 3 or 4 games. Asura Thompson has missed a couple of games. 11 in a row.
13-2.
That's good coaching.
They're 13-2.
He's keeping their confidence up and just preaching next man up. Don't worry about the injuries.
Yeah, they're definitely you know, we said it. Two of those teams we expected to ascend, but I don't know if we thought it would be this good, this quickly. Hopefully, the injuries don't.
Good for them because they've been bad for a long time.
They showed that they were going to be a team to deal with in the playoffs last year. They lost that first round. They should have won the first round.
Who they play in the first
The
round?
Knicks.
The Knicks.
That was a tough match.
They should have beat.
There was 2 games that
That was
bullshit.
first round, too,
So
right?
there was 2 bullshit calls.
two games that they could have possibly won.
Bullshit. One of them was a bullshit call.
But you know, it's good. You know, sometimes you gotta be beat to feel that defeat to come back and be hungry for it.
Yeah.
And you know, right now they're showing that this is what they're made of. You know, and it's wild because I remember saying, Duncan Robinson, it didn't seem like a good fit. It's working out. He's coming off the bench. He's playing well.
He's that shooter.
Yes.
Oh, in Cleveland? Yeah.
Yes. No, in Detroit.
Duncan Robinson.
He went to remember when
Oh,
he was a free agent. He declined his
with Miami.
player year for $27 million. We were like, wait a second, what's going on here? What do we not know? But as luck would have it, I think he already knew that he was going to get a little more and from Detroit. So it worked out.
And they have the money to spend.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they've got, so looking at them, they've got a lot of good athletic pieces, a lot of good athletic pieces in which in which they can
they can go.
Yeah. And as luck would have it, Cade Cunningham, he got hurt on his birthday.
who did?
He got hurt on his birthday. He got hurt in the third quarter, and they still, he still had no problem. I was watching that game. So the Celtics are kind of just where I thought they would be. They're actually doing a little better than what I thought they would be doing. They're a couple of games over 500 now, but they obviously need a big man. They need a big man, and I don't foresee it happening this year. I think they're just going to stand fast, and they're going to see probably what they're working with as far as as far as guys in which they already have, and they'll make a move for a big guy at some point in time. Jarek, your Bulls are going south.
Yeah, we expected it though.
Your Bulls are going
I was
south.
able to gloat for a little while.
And Steve, your Bucks are kind of holding
They're
steady.
in first in the G League.
they're just kind of holding
One of
steady.
Giannis's brothers of starting now or something.
But yeah, I mean the cup play is going to be coming up after next week, and things will get a little more interesting.
We're laughing at the demise of our teams, but you know who's got it worse? That went from penthouse to outhouse?
Indiana.
No, because they had injuries.
Yeah.
Just a franchise that made dumb moves, and that's the Clippers.
Yeah.
They let Norman Powell go and bet on Bradley Beal. Norman Powell's averaging 24 a game for the Heat.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal broke his hip and he's out. What a surprise. Bradley Beal's going to miss the majority of the season. So that trade-off alone is bad.
Yeah.
They let Paul George walk.
Well, that kind of worked because he hasn't
right,
done anything.
but the team that Kawhi Leonard's now injured again this year.
Oh, that's not a shock.
Right, but last year he stayed relatively healthy. But when they had him, George, Powell, James Harden, they were playing. They had Westbrook for a while. They were playing all right. But the other problem is I read the article, and to get all those guys, they don't have control of the number 2 first round picks or the second year's picks. They don't have first or second round picks for the next 2 years.
They went all in.
So they can't get better in the draft. And guess what? Guess who owns the rights to their number 1 pick? Is it? How does that happen?
Just by the luck.
Was that the SGA trade way back in the day? I was like,
just by the luck of the.
How the hell does the best team with 9 million draft picks have the right? Now, if the Clippers shut it down and they suck and end up in the lottery, the defending champs get the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they'll they'll probably be around that 10, 11 spot. I think
it's crazy how every move they made this year just was the wrong move.
Yeah,
especially moving Norman Powell.
Yeah. Well,
he was almost an all-star last year.
Yeah,
and I think he didn't get in, or he should have been in. But he had a great year last year.
Yeah,
and now he's averaging 24 a game.
Yep. You look at the Clippers, and they are still Los Angeles's other team.
Yeah. At least they're playing in their own building.
Yeah, I don't care. You give them a I don't know how many $1 billion worth of that stadium is, and you make your own section where other fans can't sit, and it's still the other team that's in Los Angeles. It's just how it is. But yeah, I mean, but next week I think the NBA will start to get a little more interesting because now you'll see the brackets. They'll be broken down to the quarterfinals on each of the 4 brackets. And it'll get real interesting because you'll start seeing better competition. They have them once a week, and you're like, you don't know until you see the colorful floor.
Hurts my eyes when it first. I'm like, yo, what the hell is all that?
It looks like literally like they're playing over in Europe because Europe has floors like that.
Europe got too many damn lines.
But yeah, it'll get more interesting next week. But we're gonna end early, 7:00. And what we'll do is we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll be back at full capacity, not only in manpower, but in hours as well. But
wait a minute. Next week's Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, we won't be back.
Unless we pick another day.
And we won't be back. I'm thinking. I'm not even thinking.
One of us will be coaching.
Yeah, one of us will be coaching. So yeah, you guys will be It'll be the 3 amigos again, because my practice is up from 5 to 7. So I'm not sure if I'll be seeing you guys again.
Thanksgiving was that close, but somebody reminded me today.
Next week. Yep, next week. But yeah, as always, go ahead to WMB1 Radio and download the app, whatever Play Store you have, if it's Apple or if it's Android, download the WNB1 Radio app, and you can follow us there on the go with the app. Any closing words before we sign off, fellas?
Well, we weren't here last week, but I want to thank everybody that came out and supported the WNB1 comedy series. We had a phenomenal turnout and a phenomenal show. Everything about it, from the venue, the stage, the lights, the sound, all that makes a difference in how you view a show. And then the comedians were just great. The food and drinks, everything about it. Guys, don't miss any of our shows in the future. Big Slim Kev, we're doing his birthday, him and his daughter Skylar's birthday. We're celebrating them both on January 10th. So we just got the flyer out there today. Tickets should be online by tomorrow. Do your thing. We're not holding no seats and no tickets for nobody, because that always comes back to bite us in the butt in the long run. We've done that in the past. We can't do that. Buy your tickets in advance, or we can't hold anything no more.
That's the way it should be.
Yep.
All right. With that being said, we're going to sign off, and we'll see you next week. The week after, if not next week, as always. But we'll put a post up and let you all know when we'll return back. All right. Until then, everybody stay safe and stay warm, because it's cold outside. All right. That is WNB1 Radio.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Old school R&B, hip hop, reggae, sports, talk shows, and a whole lot more. You're listening to the internet's hottest new radio station, WNB1 Radio, New Bedford, Massachusetts, home of the legendary Tavares and just a collection of some cool-ass wonderful people.